Hello everyone and welcome back to Last Week in Esports. I'm your host, Trainer Jared TV, and this was one of the biggest weeks this year in esports. We have the Fortnite World Championship, the Halo World Championship, the League of Legends World Championship, and Dota World Championship all going on. Some have wrapped up, but either way, let's dive into it and let's take a look at what happened.
Baker, what was that?
Cloud9 are your E-League Major champions!
This is Rocket League!
2023 Fortnite Championship Series has reached its resolution, with two new winners being the now world champions, and their names are Cooper and Marrow. So North America on top. They're both from North America. One's from America, one's from Canada. Doesn't matter. North America is better than Europe, and we proved it yet again. This Fortnite tournament was duos, and so top prize was $1 million, $4 million prize pool. But we have the two winners taking home $500,000 apiece, which is not shabby for playing Fortnite. Gotta give them credit. I mean, the prize pool for the FNCS championship is literally better than Dota's right now. So honestly, congrats to Epic Games. They haven't had the best news recently, and people aren't really liking Epic Games right now, but put on a good event. It's a pretty decent world championship. I think it was good. What I saw was entertaining. Players are good. It's amazing how young these guys are. I mean, there's literally like almost toddlers, it looks like to me. But I'm sure they would smurf on me anyway because I can't build and I can only play zero build. But nonetheless, huge congrats to Cooper and Marrow, $1 million winners. Awesome job. Big shout out also to one of the players in the second place team, Kami. Kami plays for Gaming Gladiators. And kind of just shouting him out because Gaming Gladiators have had an unbelievable esport year throughout all of their titles. They're doing an amazing job. Big ups to them. Keep on the grind. And honestly, second place is good too. I think that takes home, a couple 100,000. So shout out to Fortnite. 2023 season is over. Let me know what you want to see in the 2024 season. I personally want to see trios. I don't know that they will do that, but we'll see. In Dota 2 news, the International 2023 continues with their group stage wrapping up this weekend. And as a casual Dota 2 enjoyer, I really enjoyed watching the TI this week. It was pretty amazing. They had over 100 heroes picked, which I think left like 12 being unpicked, which is amazing to watch. Not to throw shade at League of Legends, but when League Worlds comes around, or any League meta, you don't see much flexibility. There's usually like 30 champs that get played. Okay, and League's got a lot of champs, so there's usually not a big pool. Over 90 matches, all of them are long. I mean, I think the average duration was over 40 minutes. It's a great event so far. Now, if only we could maybe get that prize pool up a little bit, that could be a little bit better. But honestly, the event seems to be going well so far. Playoff weekend will be starting this coming weekend, and after playoff weekend, the week after that is going to be the World Championship, the finals weekend. I don't know who you have, but so far the event's looking great. Really excited to see who continues to show up and play well. I got my money on Team Spirit winning it all, but we'll see. It's anyone's game, so make sure to tune in this weekend when the playoffs start. League of Legends has had a big week with tons of games, and we had Gigabyte Marines and Team BDS make it out of play-ins. Honestly, the play-in stage was pretty incredible. We saw, I think, some of the highest level of ADC gameplay we've ever seen, especially from minor regions. Just to name a few of like Wako and Root and Artemis. Those guys went absolutely crazy this week. It's a shame none of them made it to the actual world stage, but phenomenal play so far. BDS also getting a reverse sweep. Big shout out to them against PSG Talon. An incredible feat, even if I'm not a big BDS fan. They have Adam in the top lane who has been showing off on his signature picks. And if you have pick'ems, good luck. Because there have been several pentas. There's already been now one reverse sweep. We'll see how it goes. I think mine's a little busted, but it's okay. Make sure you go update. You can now pick your top 8 to advance out of the Swiss stage. So make sure you go vote on those. I've got, probably the typical ones in there, plus Cloud9. So we'll see. I think Gen.G is going to be the one that goes undefeated, or one of the teams. Gen.G is probably the other. So, no copium. If you're voting on them, make sure you go do that. Time's running out. I guess it's FaZe up time. FaZe has now won the Halo World Championship. And yes, let's give them credit. FaZe played amazing. They hold off Optic, they beat them in the bracket reset, and then go on to sweep the final set. Incredible run from FaZe. But let's also give a little bit of credit. I'm not biased. Let's give a little bit of credit to Optic and Formal specifically. Formal is probably the greatest FPS gamer of all time, if we're being honest. I mean, going from COD and Halo, the dude is the GOAT in both now. I'm all team Formal. But FaZe do an amazing job fighting through a few lower bracket games, go to the grand finals, beat Optic twice there to take home the world championship. Great event. I think it was very well produced, actually, if you want to compare it to some of their other events. I do think Halo has a little bit of a way to come with some of their endgame screens. The game's not fleshed out, I guess, still after years. Either way, then I'm sure they'll get around to it. Also, I do think it's important to note that the World Championship was held in Seattle, and I only saw bad things about the city. Sure, host things on the West Coast. Sure, I understand that. But let's be a little bit cognizant of the cities that we're hosting them in. I've not seen a single plus about hosting it in Seattle. The homeless people being a really big problem there, and every bit of content I've seen that's come out of events in Seattle is always players and staff and people complaining about the homeless. I mean, that's a bigger issue in itself, but let's host events in like bigger areas and maybe things that are more accessible. I'm not traveling to Seattle from here. I'll travel to California. That'll be a little bit easier, a little bit cheaper on the wallet. But again, shout out to FaZe. Huge dub for them. FaZe up, even though their stock is FaZe down. But it is what it is. Everything from Halo to League to Fortnite. We've got your top 5 this week. Let's watch.
It as well. There we go. Ball's going to be rotated right away to Tower. Oh! Hulk comes out, Root shoots himself right into the backside. Triple goal for the Kaiser, looking for a little bit more as well. Not quite able to get the last few auto attacks there onto the Zaya, but will turn and burn for the quadra kill. And they have to dive. They have to dive it. Give him the penta. You have to go for it right now. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to get it on day one. He's got a couple more seconds. They're looking for it. They got the inhibitors down. They got the Nexus turrets as well. Finally, here they go. There's Slater with the stopwatch. Finally, they go in onto the turret. It's going to be a pentakill for Roush.
Ace is on 33, looking for another Doom out potentially. Will commit it onto K1. He found the Naga, but where's the backup? Here they come. They've got the Naga. A nice pressure now. Nellis. In comes Gunner. He's got the Echo. And Skitter's taking it. They're all gone. They are all gone. Moo takes it all. Tragedia's called.
They called.
Oh my goodness. What a way to finish off the game by Nouns.
He stood no hope here. Now it's Duke left in a solo clutch situation. 2 of NA's finest directly above him.
What?
Massive shot though onto second. Duke with the back-to-back, and it's a victory royale out of nowhere.
Is here, pulls them in, knocks them both up. The sustain is there, and BJ bleeds to death. Sparta's gonna be next. Is the Q coming back up? Quickness though. Oh, but he channeled it just in time. The buffer is beautiful from Adam as he looks for a little bit more as well, and he still lives on. Adam is unstoppable.
While Fortnite and Halo did wrap up, we still have plenty on the docket. We've got League of Legends that's going to continue all the way into November, so keep an eye on that. The Dota 2 International is going to be continuing for the next 2 weeks. Keep an eye on that. And also, if you're a CSGO fan, well, now CS2, you have IEM Sydney going on. That'll be continuing this week and this weekend. So keep an eye on that. Plenty of esports out there to watch. And I hope that you are at least partaking in some of the great stuff that's going on with League Worlds and Dota Worlds. Quick heads up. Unfortunately, I'm traveling the next 2 weeks, so you're not going to get an episode for 3 weeks. But I'll be there. No streams or anything, but I'll get a video out in 3 weeks. So I apologize. Enjoy esports. Join the Discord if you want to keep talking about it. Follow me on Twitter if you want to talk about it. I'll still be watching even though I'm traveling. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good one, and GG's.